Hello. As usual, something has been swirling in my mind and I've not really known how to articulate it. I'm going to try, but I don't want it to be a long video. Let me ask you a few questions. Are you male or female? Do you identify as male or female? If you're in a male if you are in a relationship, whose responsibility is it? Like, so if you go on a date, whose responsibility is it to pay for the meal? Do you teach your children that there are only two genders or more? What direction does your car seat face? Did you do baby-led weaning with your child or not? Do you co-sleep with your babies or not? Are you in a relationship with somebody in the same race as you? Or have you chosen to marry or date somebody who is not in the same race as you? In the family, should the man pay all the bills? As a woman, should you always make sure that your husband's meals are cooked when he gets back from work? Doesn't matter if you work. You get the gist. Oh my goodness. Do you pierce your child's ears or not? Or have I asked that one already? Do you believe or agree with circumcision? How should you address your in-laws? Goodness, I could go on. But see, I belong to so many Facebook groups, right? And you know how it is online. Everybody has a very strong opinion about absolutely everything. Everything. Even things that I didn't think were an issue. You know, things that I didn't think had an impact, a significant impact on anybody's life. Everybody has a very strong opinion about absolutely everything. Did you baby-proof your house? Why I'm asking all these questions is because to me, it seems like the volume of the world has turned up. The volume of the world is so loud and so distracting that if you are not careful, you will find yourself trying to conform to everything you read online. Trust me, it happened to me, right? I'm not the most confident of people. I'm not the expert on anything. But I'm getting to the point where I'm quite comfortable with myself. But I found myself in a situation where I was being dragged in all directions to follow all sorts of doctrines. It would appear that people who are good at writing online or people who are good at having a good rant come across as the ones whose opinions matter the most. That's no bad thing. I mean, I go online and in these groups, I get a lot of help. I ask for advice or I just go to see what people think on certain things. And yeah, it is quite helpful. But it got ridiculous to the point where I'm trying to adjust my life or change my life to be in line with what a bunch of strangers online have said. A typical example is co-sleeping. I'm a Nigerian girl, all right? So when people say, when I came to the UK, or not actually, not even when I came to the UK, when I started to have children, and I saw this a lot of venom, basically, being directed at mothers who chose to sleep in the same beds as their babies. I was shocked because yes, my child will eventually go into her own room or into her own bed, But there are times when she's just in the bed with me. I didn't think it was an issue. But apparently some people roll over and kill their babies in their sleep. Anyway, as I say, I'm not the expert. But I found myself wanting to be able to say that, oh no, we don't co-sleep. Oh no, we don't do that. She's in her own bed. Rubbish. Rubbish. But I did find myself in a position where I wanted to be able to say that. I think, why do I want to be able to say that? It's not what works for me. My experience, and as a thinking adult, you know, and I have instincts, I don't mind being in the same bed as my baby. Trust me, I'm not likely to roll over and kill my child. It's not possible for me. Or, you know, the one about married couples. This is more from an African perspective. The man should pay all the bills. Well, that's not the way it works in our family. You know, I would actually like being treated equal, you know, to any man. So you find ourselves in a situation where we're both pulling our weight. It's just the way it works in our family. You know, or I've been called a sellout. I've been called, apparently I have slavery mentality because I married a white man. Do you know, that's a topic for another day. I won't even go into that. But I did not realize that there was so much venom against people who have married or are dating people who are outside their race. The volume of the world is so high. Baby-led winning. Oh, I want to be able to say that 10 months old, my baby picked up a spoon and she can feed herself. That happened for the first child, not for the second child. We did a bit of, I don't even know what we did, but we did what worked for our family. Okay? It gets really, really ridiculous. If you don't catch yourself, if you don't wake up, you will find yourself being dragged by every doctrine there is, especially online. You know, this person did this for their first wedding anniversary, therefore we must do the same. Oh, the baby is 1 year old, we have to do a cake smash party. Is that what it's called? A cake smash? I don't know what it's called, but I've seen a lot of kids. And do you know what? Those pictures are so cute. I wasn't in the mood to do a cake smash thing for either of my kids. Is it a cake smash? I don't know what it's called. But you do it for when the baby is 1 year old. That's a new thing. Some of these ideas are great. And I love going online to steal ideas. I do. But it becomes a problem when you're now starting to bend out of shape to conform with a bunch of strangers online. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I found myself not wanting to put pictures of me and my husband as my profile picture because people in the black group, sometimes I had people say to me, actually, I'm not going to engage with you in discussion because I've seen a white man in your profile picture. So for a couple of weeks, I was actually almost hiding my husband. My husband, who I'm so proud of. I still say to everybody, that's the best decision I ever made. But because a bunch of strangers believed that I shouldn't have married a white man, I was nearly hiding my family or hiding my husband from my profile picture. I had to snap out of it. It's getting ridiculous. Everybody has an opinion, and that's great. But you need to come of age where you're thinking for yourself, where you're looking into things for yourself. You don't have to agree with who shouts the loudest. You don't have to agree with who comes across the most whatever. Follow your instincts. Go according to your own experience. Build your own experience in life. Map your own path, for goodness sake. Don't find yourself agreeing with everybody and everything simply because they come across a certain way. This video is getting